Hi, in this video we'll take a look at using some flow control components, namely the for each component and the if else component. Now again, as we saw in prior videos, we typically don't need to loop through an array of data. We can do many operations using map functions, but there will be times when we need to loop over an array. So this is from a prior video, the OpenAPI Client Invoke Operation, where we're calling the Petstore API and getting a list of available pets. And if I look at this, the response is right here, and you can see there's an array of pets. That's a document array, and you can see the name of the pet, the category, etc. So we're going to loop over that. So the first thing we do is click on the plus sign, come over to our system components, and you can see many of the flow control components that we have here. And we have a for and also a for each. So let's do that. And I need to configure it. And you basically select the list that you want to loop over. So I come over here and expand the find pets by status output, and I click on response because that's the array we want to loop over, and I'll click save. Now inside the loop, what I'll do is we'll add our second flow control component, and it's an if else. And again, I'll expand it, and I have to set the expression that will be evaluated, and let's define it as, I'll pick this iterator. So we provide a iterator variable when you're looping, so you'll know at any time the value of the index for the loop. So whenever that iterator is less than, let's say 5, we'll do something. And let's do something simple. Let's just do a log of the pet name. Okay, let me expand this. And it's kind of interesting when you're looping over response, which was an array, when you're inside the loop and you're trying to reference that, you'll just see the current instance of that. So let's just grab the name, drag it over to log message, click save, and we'll run that. So it'll take a couple seconds to finish executing, or a second to finish executing, but it'll take a little longer to retrieve the logs from the data plane. So I'll click refresh. Okay, so we got our log files from the data plane, and let's expand this. And first let's take a look at the output of that OpenAPI client. And you could see here, that's a 200, and we got 236 pets. And yeah, we could look at any one of them and see the details. Here, we're looping, this is the looping over the 236 pets. And the way to go inside of that is to click the plus sign, and I can see 10 iterations per page, up to 24 pages of these. So coming back over here, if I want to see what happened in the 0th iteration, I hit the plus sign, and then I have my if else, I hit the plus sign there, and there's my log component because the iteration is less than 5, and I can see dog number 1. If I go through this breadcrumb trail here and come back up to the top, when I come to the for each 5, and I click on the if else, I will not see a log component because the iteration is greater than 5, or 5 or greater, I should say. And if we come over here to 4 and come inside, that will be the last log component, but you see it's empty. Now why is that? So if I come over here, let's look at our current pet and look at the response, you can see that whoever posted this pet did not provide a name. So here you can see also how we can use the log for debugging. So in this video, we saw 2 flow control components, the for each for looping over a list, and the if else for controlling execution based on a condition. Thank you.